everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, I am going to be talking to you about creating killer confidence. So get very excited, and I am very excited because this is a topic that is so passionate to me. It is a topic that has changed my life completely, and I will share my story with you very shortly, and you'll see how I started out as the most unconfident person and how it literally confidence has transformed every aspect of my life. It has contributed to my success, my happiness, or my career in every different area of my life. And so I'm very excited because I believe if you're watching this video, if you're interested in becoming more confident, then this video is for you. This skill is for you. In fact, I'm actually going to kick off this video with talking about 10 reasons that confidence is a power skill. And what do I mean by a power skill? A power skill is a skill that when you improve it, it affects all areas. It affects multiple areas of your life. So you don't just improve the area of your life that you think you're going to improve. It improves multiple areas. So I'm actually going to start off with 10 reasons that confidence is a super skill. And then I'm going to move into 5 myths that you may have been led to believe about confidence. And then I'm going to kick off with another 10 things that you want in order to become more confident. And then we're going to be talking about ways that you can program your mind for confidence. So sit back in your seat, strap on your seatbelt, and get ready for this ride because I'm excited. I'm very excited for you. A little too excited perhaps, but it's all good. Excitement is good. All right, so let's kick off with 10 reasons that confidence is a super skill, and it's a skill that you want to have it. So let's start off with reason number 1. When you are more confident, you are more likely to ask for things and get things. Now, I'm a bit of a storyteller, so let me tell you a bit of a story. It was exactly 3 months ago, and I actually recorded a whole series of videos literally because of this event. I got so inspired. So I went to a hotel, and I was checking in with a whole bunch of people, and I used a couple language patterns, but I asked for something with extreme confidence. So I basically went in after everyone had gone and checked into the hotel, and I said, "Hey, I've just come off a flight. I know you've been checking a whole bunch of people. I used to be a loyalty member. Can I get an upgrade?" And I asked with such confidence, and I swear to you, the guy had already given me a key. It's because I asked, because I had the confidence to ask, that I asked, I got an upgrade. I got a whole suite. And yes, it was sweet. I got a whole suite. I'm talking about living room, like the bathroom had like this big tub right in the middle of one of the rooms of the bathroom. It had its own like little toilet room, then a little shower room. Like the bathroom alone was bigger than, some of the flats that I've lived in, right? So, and it was only because I was taught at one point in my life when I was learning how to become confident that sometimes you just have to ask for things. So, when you ask for things with confidence, you get things. So when you are more confident. So reason number 1 is when you are more confident, you are more likely to believe in yourself enough to ask for things. Most people just don't ask. And when you ask for things, you will ask for them with such confidence that you are more likely to get them. So that's reason number 1. You're more likely to ask for stuff and you're more likely to get it, right? Reason number 2. Confidence is 100% hands down going to help you in your career. Let me tell you something. I have worked in the tech field or the digital field for a number of years, right? And here's what's crazy. I work with a whole bunch of people that are smarter than me. I don't even deny it. I will tell the teams that I work with, these guys are smarter than me. Some of them have better degrees than me. That the difference is these guys have spent years, and I don't know how much people have spent on their MBAs, on their degrees, on their technology degrees, everything. And yet the only thing that is holding them back, and the only reason some of them are not as successful as I have been in terms of my career, success, the only reason they have not done it is because they are not as confident as they should be. I have seen people. It is not how smart you are that makes you successful. It is how confident you are half the time. And how and I have seen some amazingly smart people that could do wonders in this world if only they were confident enough to speak up, to do more. So I believe it. Like, when you are confident, you will get so much further in your career. Now, the third thing is you become a truer version of yourself, an unashamed version of yourself that is free of stress when you are more confident. Now, here's what I'll give you a very quick example. So I went to Vietnam recently, and you can see this on my YouTube channel. A lot of these stories I'm telling you, I actually recorded these stories when they happened. So you will see the video on my YouTube channel. Anyhow, I went to Vietnam, and in Vietnam I went on a tour. And as I went on this tour, it was about 3 hours away, and we went to the Cu Chi tunnels, if you've ever been to Vietnam. And what this is it's a way out of the city. You go into the jungle, and during the Vietnam War, they had a lot of tunnels. The Vietnamese had built a whole series, about 200 kilometers worth of underground tunnels, because they didn't have the money to fight like the US. The US had great big budgets, great big armies, but the Vietnamese people didn't have. So how were they able to survive? They built a series of underground tunnels in order to survive. Anyhow, long story short, I went to go and see these tunnels, and I went for a big photo op, and I went and I got in one of the tunnels. I came out one of the tunnels, like cool video moment. And this was right at the beginning of my tour. And as I stepped out of the I don't know why I said London. As I stepped out of the tunnel, just as I was stepping out, I tore my pants. And this is at the start of my tour. We're 3 hours away, and I had a big tear in my pants. Now, here's what's cool. A lot of people will take that as such an embarrassing moment. Okay, look, it was embarrassing. I'm not saying it wasn't. But no one had actually seen at the time when I tore my pants. And luckily I had a little rain jacket, so I kind of half tied it around me. And nobody in the tour noticed, because I was still my happy self. I was comfortable enough to just talk about it. And then later on, I went back to the hotel, and we're talking about a number of hours later. Went back to the hotel, and I saw a couple of people from my tour in the hotel, and I went and asked them, did you notice? And they had no clue, and we just laughed at it. I'm able to laugh at myself. I live stress-free, and I'm not bothered by some of the little things that happen to me. I'm able to share them with people because I can entertain people. And when you're confident, you are able to share some embarrassing stories of yourself. You are able to get through so much more and just live so much more carefree. And that's a huge thing. So be an unashamed version of yourself, and unapologetic, like just a confident person. Okay, so then we go on to reason number 4. When you are confident, if you can learn how to become more confident, then you are essentially learning how to overcome more of your fears. And the more that you learn how to overcome fears, the more that you banish some of the things that have been holding you back. And if you check out the picture that I'm going to share with you there, that's me holding up a snake. I'm kind of covering a little bit of the snake because I don't want people to be too freaked out. Because here's the thing. I was so afraid of snakes at one point in my life, I could not even look at one on TV. I couldn't look at one on a screen. I couldn't look at one anywhere. But the process of learning how to eliminate your fears allows you to overcome multiple fears in different areas of your life. Now, I'm not gonna, in this course, teach you how to overcome phobias. That's out of the scope of this particular course or this particular program. But I just want you to know that once you understand the elements of overcoming certain fears, it's very similar in other areas. All right, so the next thing is confidence is attractive. Here's the thing. I know amazingly, I want to say amazing, yes, I'm going to say it, yeah. Amazingly good-looking friends that I've had at university that didn't have much luck. Why? Because they were just not confident enough to go and speak to people. And then on the flip side, I know some questionably, I mean, I'm not saying some of my friends were ugly, but I'm just saying they wouldn't have been on Vanity Fair magazine. I'm just saying that. But they had much more social, if you know what I mean, social success, because they were just so confident. And I had learned some amazing things from people that were just so much more confident, and they just had so much more social success just because they were confident. So that's why confidence is attractive. So the next reason that confidence is a super skill is when you are confident, you have the ability to make a difference and impact people's lives. And this is the one I'm very passionate about. If you see my YouTube channel, I have videos where I've worked with, I've volunteered at events like Special Olympics, and I've had people from everywhere in the world jump up and dance and everything, and I put smiles on people's faces from all over the world. I've gone and volunteered in at schools where I've had people laughing, dancing. When you're confident, you are able to impact people. You are able to put smiles on people's faces. You can do so much. And so that's another reason that confidence is a super skill. Okay, so the next one, number 7, when you are more confident, you become more independent. You're able to make your own decisions. You're less needy. And so, have you ever been out with a group of people and you're just there and someone says, hey, does anyone fancy going to eat? And then you go, yeah. And then it's like, okay, where should we eat? And I don't mind. And then finally someone says, okay, let's go here. So this happened to me. I was in China and I was, someone said, hey, where do you guys want to go eat? Everyone like, I don't mind. I'm like, I don't mind. And then someone goes, okay, let's go to this restaurant. And we went to this restaurant, and everything in this restaurant had pork in it, right? And everything was made of pig in that restaurant. Everything, right? And in case you don't know, pork or pig to an Arab or a Muslim is like garlic to a vampire. So I didn't eat that much on that day, right? But you see, what happens is, if you don't sometimes go and suggest things or make recommendations to things that you would like to do, then you're always going to be taking a ride to someone else's destination. And I'm not saying that you got to pick restaurants all the time. Look, I still every once in a while I'm like, I don't mind, etc. But also, in the same respect, every once in a while if I see that a group is indecisive, I'll suggest a couple of things. I'll do things that will make people happy, but I'm much more independent. I am able to make decisions. I'm able to lead. And that's what something that you can do as well. When you are more confident, you are able to lead more. Okay, reason number 8, when you are more confident, when you become more confident, you will be able to attract more successful people to you. Now, here's the thing. Once again, I highly recommend, check out my YouTube channel. On there, I have interviewed some of the world's most amazing people. I have world champion speakers. I have #1 best-selling authors. I have world-class hypnotists. I have world record holders. I have adventurers. I have people that have overcome the impossible. And people want to talk to me because of my confidence, or I go and talk to them and they talk back because I'm confident enough to do that. And once again, wait till you hear my story, which I'll share with you in a moment, because everyone would think that it would be impossible for someone like me to have ever been this confident or ever be able to do this sort of thing. So reason number 9, confidence. When you are confident, you become the life of a party or the presentation. You are able to impact people with your presentation skills or engage an audience. Are you engaged? Are you engaged? I don't mean like engaged, kind of like engaged, but you are able to entertain people. You are able to achieve more in that respect, right? And reason number 10 is you're able to attract better opportunities, because half the time, look, opportunities, a lot of people think it's what you know, but like half the time it's not what you know, it's who you know. And when people look to you as someone that is confident, they don't even need to know what you know. Half the time they'll get you a whole bunch of opportunities. So for example, when I spoke with Les Brown, someone just hadn't even heard me speak, but they had come to Oman. I had taken them out. I had shown them a number of things. I spoke about some of the things that I was passionate about in a group, and they loved talking to me, and so they invited me to speak with Les Brown. I got that opportunity 100% because of my confidence, and you will get so many opportunities because of your confidence. So I've spoken to you about 10 reasons why confidence is a super skill. Now, why should you listen to me, right? So let me just take a moment to explain who I am and why it's easy to find yourself really listening and believing in what I have to say. So, growing up, I was this shy, awkward, and bullied kid. I know, you wouldn't tell by looking at my suave, charming, sophisticated looks. However, this is the truth. When I was growing up, I was this shy, awkward, like there's the pictures. I had big, thick glasses. And look, I still wear glasses now a little bit. However, at that time, because I had big, thick Coke bottle glasses, I was very self-conscious, and when you're self-conscious, people pick on it, and when people pick on it, they pick on you. So I was bullied by the guys, I was made fun of by the girls, and even sat on by the cat. Now, to give you an idea of how bad my eyesight was, -6, like if a normal guy would put on my glasses, he'd see back in time, right? I used to put my glasses on the TV, and they'd pick up Showtime. That's how strong my glasses were. So as a result, I used to stand. I was very quiet. I would, people think that you're born with confidence. I was not born with confidence. That's like the most ridiculous thing ever. If anyone ever knew how I was, I'd just stand on the sidelines. I'd wish that people would talk to me. I wish I could talk to people. I'd wonder what people would say. I wish that people would like me. If ever I'd have to talk in public, I'd have my palms sweaty. No, confidence is something you learn. Let me just we gotta break this down. Anyway, I'm getting to the myths way too early. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting way too excited. Let's get to that in a moment. But here's what's crazy, right? Growing up, I was So awkward, so bullied. And then what happened is one day I went home, and I'd been bullied a lot that day. Like, I'd gone home crying, and I'd been crying a lot on my own. And then I got home, and my dad came home and he saw me. And he said, he saw that something was wrong. You know, your parents can kind of tell sometimes. He looked into my eyes and he said, Munir, what's up? I said, nothing. I'm okay. He said, oh, no, come on, tell me, what's up? And I looked at him and, you know, I looked away. I said, well, I've had a bad day. I've had a few of them recently. And my dad kind of, you know, he sat back for a moment and just sort of said, okay. Well, what kind of a day do you want to have? And I started thinking, I said, well, you know, I don't want to be bullied. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want this. I don't want that. And he said, no. I didn't ask you what you don't want. I said, what do you want? And I thought about it for a moment. And here's the honest answer. I didn't know the answer at that point in time. But the cool thing is, with a good question can make all the difference in the moment. And so I thought about it, and then I went, well, I don't know. And I started thinking about it, thought about it. Now, here's the crazy thing. I grew up, when I'm talking about my early teens and, I grew up in Oman. We had like one TV channel. So I don't know where you grew up in. I don't even know if you've ever even heard of Oman. But anyhow, our TV channel wasn't even all that. Our entertainment came from a lot of videos and, let's say parental guidance was not as prevalent as it is today. So I had gotten my hands on this VHS of Eddie Murphy Delirious when I was growing up. And if you've never seen Eddie Murphy Delirious, it's this stand-up comedy where Eddie Murphy wore a red leather outfit, and he would go on stage and he would swear a lot. It is not appropriate watching for someone of my age, right? But the thing is, it was my reality. Like, I watched that. And so soon after I had this conversation with my dad, I'd gone back and I was watching Eddie Murphy again. Back in those days, we didn't have YouTube. You watch everything just, like half a time. You never watch a video completely. No, back in those days, you watched a video 100 times, right? So I knew Eddie Murphy Delirious by heart by that point, right? And I was watching it and I said, you know what? That's the result that I want. I want to be able to speak like that. To be able to stand up in front of a whole bunch of people and make them laugh and just speak to people from all over the world and just be able to entertain people from all over the world. And I didn't want to wear red leather outfits and swear as much as a pirate does like he was doing. But that was the first point, and where I decided, you know what? I want to be confident. And it's funny when you say to yourself, I want to be confident, it's the start. It's the start of a whole new journey. Now, fast forward a whole bunch of years, and I have been featured on Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC. I was once Customer of the Month at KFC. I've spoken in over 15 countries around the world, and my life is so dramatically different to what it was before. And that's because I made a decision that day that I would find a way to become confident. And so what I want to do is share with you in a moment the 10 ways that I have discovered that you can become confident. But before I do, I want to share the 5 myths that you may have been led to believe about confidence, and I had thought this at one point in time, and yet I overcame all of them, so I know that they're myths. And so the first myth is confidence is something that you're born with. Hey, I was not born with confidence. The people that I learned from were not born with confidence. I learned that confidence is a process. So anybody can learn to become confident. When something is a process, you can learn it, right? So easily. So myth number one, no one's born with confidence. So myth number two, you either have it or you don't have it. Here's the thing. Confidence is not something that you have. It's not something that someone can give you. It is something that you do, right? It is a process. Because it is a process, it is something that you can learn. It's like someone saying, cook. You either have it or you don't. But there's no such thing. Cooking is something that you do. It's not something that someone can give you, right? Like, it's something that you do. Yes, some people are perhaps naturally a little bit better, but it's also something that anybody can learn, right? Like, you can learn it. So completely, it's a process, right? It's not something you either have or not. The other thing is, another myth, like myth number three, you can't fake confidence. No, you can totally fake confidence. So, like, when I teach confidence and I teach body language, and I talk about what is confident body language and what is an unconfident body language, you can see the first thing that, for example, when I first started learning how to speak in public, I learned that when you're standing on a stage and you're just, you're fidgeting your feet up like all over the place, that is telling everyone that you're not confident. However, if you plant your feet right at the beginning, you can walk around in a bit, but you just plant your feet, and then when you walk with purpose. That's feet, by the way, in case you can't tell. But that is confident body language. And when you communicate body language, who's the decider on you being confident or not, right? It's a little bit the audience. They see that you're confident, and because you're doing confident body language, your body is telling your mind, "Ooh, you're confident." So yes, you can fake it till you make it. So myth number three, you can't fake confidence. Yes, you can. And you will totally fake it till you make it. Myth number four, I have to do so much to become confident. Oh my God, like, okay, yes, it's possible to become confident, but I don't have time to go and get a degree in psychology and then go and I can teach you to become confident in 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day. That's all it takes. It's a little effort, don't get me wrong, but it's not a lot. It's not like anything complicated. Here's what I mean by it's not complicated, right? I could tell you, if you want abs, to do 10 minutes of ab workouts a day. Now, that's not complicated to understand, but there's still work involved, right? So I can easily show anyone how to become confident. It doesn't mean and it's not complicated, but there is work involved. So does that make sense? So it's not complicated at all, but you still have to do something in order to do it, right? Okay, then myth number five, confident people are arrogant. And that's like saying rich people are mean, or good-looking people are all taken. What? I mean, so here's the thing, right? Yes, some confident people are arrogant, but then again, confident people are humble. You have shy people that are and then you have shy people that are humble as well. You have good-looking people that are taken, but you also have good-looking people that are available. One does not equate the other. They are two separate qualities. Sometimes they go together, a lot of the times they don't. Let's treat different qualities as different qualities and combine them when they make sense and separate them when they don't make sense. What is going to serve you? And in this case, saying something silly like that is not going to serve you. It's not going to help you get to where you need to get to. Let's make the right assumptions, right? Moving forward. Anyhow, so those are the 5 myths that you may have been led to believe about confidence. Now, here are the 10 things that you want in order to become confident for the rest of your life, right? So, number 1, understand that confidence is a process, and that process can be learned. We talked about this. I'm not going to go through it again. So in order for you to become confident, first you got to understand that confidence is a process and confidence can be learned. So the second thing that you want in order to create confidence is to master the secrets of confidence physiology. Now here's what I mean by that, right? I spoke about earlier when I talked about how I was learning how to speak confidently, and I started adopting physiology. Here's one thing that is very important to learn, that we all believe that our emotions create our physiology, but in the same respect, our physiology can create our emotions. So we think that, you get sad and that's why the person goes down. But if you go down and look down at it, eventually it can create emotions of sadness. And that's why people just end up sometimes feeling sad and they don't even know why. That's one of the reasons. Now, I can help you create confidence by just mastering the physiology of confidence. So the second thing that you want in order to become confident is mastering the physiology of confidence. The third thing that we want is to understanding or how to silence that inner voice, that critical voice, that voice that sometimes says, "Oh, you're never gonna be good enough. Oh, what are people gonna say? Oh, what if she doesn't like you? Or, oh, what if this person rejects you?" I don't know, whatever that little annoying voice is saying. And here's one of the really cool things. What I learned how to do is not just learn how to silence that little inner voice. I learned how to replace it. I learned how to replace it with a much more confident voice that empowered me, that motivated me. Now, many of you may know that I'm a bit of a hypnotist, and a lot of people think, "Oh, I've never been hypnotized." But the reality is, you hypnotize yourself all the time. That little voice, that little inner voice is hypnotizing you the wrong way in life, when you can hypnotize yourself the right way, empower yourself. And so I want to show you how to silence that inner critical voice and replace it with a more empowering voice that's going to take you so much further in life. All right, so that was number 3. Number 4 is creating a clear picture of what you're aiming for. I gave you that story of how my father, asked me that question when I was younger, and when I decided what exactly I wanted, and I created a design. What does confidence mean to me? And here's the question: what does confidence mean to you? What areas, you don't need to be confident in the way that I'm confident, or what is confidence to me. To you, it may be in a specific situation, in a specific sales outcome, in a specific personal interaction, in a specific work environment, in a presentation. I don't know. But what is the outcome that you want? How will confidence serve you to achieve your goals? So get a clear picture of what it is you're aiming for and how this information will help you achieve that. So that's number 4 in terms of the steps of knowing what will help you create the things that you want in order to create killer confidence. The next thing that you want is a way to grow your comfort zone easily and gradually. A lot of people talk about pushing your comfort zone, but at the end of the day, if you don't want to go, like if you are nervous about going out and speaking in front of a big audience, then growing your comfort zone is not going out the next day and speaking in front of a big audience. That's not gradual. That's throwing someone in the deep end. And you know, throwing someone in the deep end may work occasionally, but the reality is it's not the right way of doing things. You know, your first time going on a bike shouldn't be in a race against some of the world's best, right? You want to train gradually. You want to grow your muscles gradually. So I want to show you ways that you can grow your comfort zone and stretch yourself easily and gradually, so that it's not too daunting, it's not too crazy, but when the time comes, you are ready for whatever life throws at you and whatever the situation throws at you, so that in that situation, when the time comes, boom, you're confident on the spot. All right? The next one is, the next thing that you want in order to become confident is find a way to actually reduce the stress hormones and increase your confidence hormones naturally, easily, and effortlessly. And I show you how you can actually do exercises, and you can find a number of exercises that will show you ways that will naturally reduce your stress hormones, increase your happy hormones, increase your testosterone levels, your readiness levels, your ability to adapt to the situation, so that chemically your body is confident. So, and here's the crazy secret. When chemically your body is confident, when physically your body is confident, when your mind is telling you you're confident, boom, confidence just happens. So, like I said, it's a very, very cool and very easy to process. The seventh thing that you want in order to become more confident starting today is to have a daily confidence routine. It's like I say, it's a little muscle. You work it, when you work at it, you grow your confidence muscle. Like if you work at it every day for whatever, 30 days, boom, 30 days later, you are one badass brother or sister. Well, I don't know, but you are super confident in comparison to what you were 30 days before you started working out. Same with an exercise. If you work out a muscle for 30 days, your muscle is completely transformed 30 days later. So you want to have a daily confidence routine. The next thing, number 8, is you want to program your autopilot, aka your subconscious mind. And here's what I mean. Our subconscious mind. So when you get into a moment, you can't just go, okay, my autopilot, I want you to feel confident, but you know what you're supposed to do, but your mind is like, hey, this is the situation where I want to feel this way in. And there are a number of ways to exercise and train your autopilot, your subconscious mind, or from meditation to hypnosis to loads of things. But you can train your subconscious mind to be automatically on confidence in certain specific situations. So when those situations come up, boom, you can turn on your autopilot knows that this is a situation to turn on the confidence. And so you can train your autopilot, your subconscious mind, to do that. And then finally, number 10 is to discover the 10th thing that you want in order to become more confident is to discover how your mind does fear. Like, again, fear is not someone that anyone can give you or anything you can have. You want to understand the process that goes on in your mind in order to create fear, how you can take control of that process, and how you can even reverse that process. And once you learn how to do that, you have so much more control, not just in your confidence, but in so many areas of your life. So this is a game changer. This is a huge game changer for you. So those are the 10 things that you want in order to become more confident starting today. So let me just do a very, very quick recap, right? We said confidence, is a power skill, right? We spoke about how confidence is a process that you can learn. You want to master the physiology of confidence. You want to be able to replace that inner critic. You want to rewrite your blueprint or create an outcome of what it is you exactly want. You want to slowly and comfortably expand your comfort zone. You want to be able to reduce your stress hormones, increase your happy hormones and your confidence hormones. You want to create a daily routine. You want to be able to program your autopilot so that you automatically become confident on demand. You also want to master those subconscious processes and understand and manipulate fear. All right? So, I know that's a whole bunch of things, and I've taken you through a whole bunch. I hope this has been very useful. I also want to invite you very quickly to show you how we can take this further if you like, okay? Because I appreciate that this has been, I've covered a lot in a very short space of time. I've tried to cover a whole bunch to give you value, to show you how you can take things forward. However, if you want a shortcut, I just want to show you a way that you can take this even further. And I want you just to imagine this for a minute, okay? Just imagine just one high potential meeting. So imagine 6 months from now, if you were more confident, right? And 6 months from now, when suddenly you are confident from everything that you're about to learn, and you have this one high potential meeting. It could be with a client, it could be with a job interview, it could be a romantic meeting, it could be with a potential business partner, it could be interviewing someone, it could be speaking at a presentation. I don't know what it is for you, but imagine one high potential meeting that could potentially change your life forever. And how that meeting will go so differently because you're confident. I'm telling you, this skill has the potential just in that meeting alone to change your life forever. Forever, and I mean it. This one skill in one moment can change your life forever. And guess what? There are multiple moments in our lives that this skill will transform for the better. And so let me just tell you how you can take this skill further, how you can better yourself further. So look, now I've explained to you a whole bunch of ways. I've said 10 things that you want in order to become more confident, okay? You have everything that you need in order to go and research all these things for yourself. You can find generic audios, like hypnosis audios on YouTube, for example, or go and download somewhere, I don't know. You can create a daily routine for yourself. You can find a few sources. By all means, this is one option. Feel free. You are totally empowered to go and do things completely for yourself. And I want that for you. I also want to offer you a done-for-you solution, right? Where there is also a mind programming audio recording to reinforce a lot of the lessons that are all interlinked and combined together, along with a daily routine that will assist you to become more confident. And from someone that has experienced not being confident at all most of his life, right? And all in one place, right? This is a done-for-you solution. Whichever way you select, you know, I just want you to become more confident. I want you to experience. Just promise me one thing, go and do this, right? Find a way to become more confident. I hope you'll check out my done-for-you solution. So if you're interested in the done-for-you solution, I want to introduce my course called Killer Confidence. And this combines the latest science and technology to program your autopilot to become confident automagically. I like the word automagically, right? So that you are automatically confident. Now, here's what it is. Killer Confidence is a online course. You get immediate access. It's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have unlimited access. It's online. You can go in. There are 7 life transforming modules that are in there. It includes videos, it includes worksheets, it includes audios, it has explanations, it has demos. And it will show you how you can program your autopilot, your subconscious mind, to become confident on autopilot. So here's what's included. First of all, I explain again, confidence is a process, and because it's a process, you can learn it. And so I explain what is that process that happens when you become confident. I show you what the physiology of confidence is, so that you can master the physiology of confidence and create it so that you can allow your physiology to create your emotions. The next thing I show you is how to replace that inner critic in your mind. Then we talk about how to rewrite your blueprint, how to create the outcome that you want and program your mind to go for that outcome. I show you ways to comfortably expand your comfort zone so that you're growing every single month and you're becoming more and more confident over time. I show you the exercises that will reduce your stress hormones and increase your happy hormones, as well as increase your confidence hormones. I show you a way that we can create a daily routine. In fact, I'm going to give you a daily routine that's just going to take under 10 minutes a day for you to become more confident on autopilot, automagically, naturally, easily, and effortlessly. I'm going to give you a subconscious mind programming CD so that you can program your subconscious mind, your autopilot, to program your subconscious mind to become confident automatically, naturally, easily, effortlessly. And we'll show you ways to master that subconscious process, as well as ways that you can understand and manipulate fear that happens in the mind. So, what is the investment? Look, the investment for this program is $249, and that's all. Like, it's ridiculous how low it is, right? Especially if you consider that if you were to do a live training, for example, it would cost you $3,000. Or you could go to a hypnotherapist at $300 a session for 4 sessions, for example, and that's just going to cost you $1,200. But forget those. Like, I mean, even those, if that was your only option, I'd say go for it. Because ultimately, what is the real cost? The real cost of you not doing is the amount of money that you are losing every day, not achieving your potential if you don't take this up. Or a lifetime of standing on the sideline. And believe me, look, after years of going through it myself, I know how much pain that caused, how much hardship, and I would have given anything, let alone $249. Like, that's ridiculous, right? Now, so it's a ridiculously low price because I am so passionate about helping people achieve what it is that they want to achieve, all right? Now, here's the thing. Using this system, you will become more confident easily, effortlessly, and on autopilot. You will reduce your stress, anxiety, and you will achieve more as a result. And I also want to take away any, potentially any concerns, right? I will take all the risk on this. If you are not 100% blown away, like amazed, thoroughly transformed, then I don't want your money. I honestly, I want an outcome for you. And look, if you're not going to come and do the exercise, I don't even want you to join this program. If you're going to come, if you really want the change, you come and do the exercises. I will I guarantee you will love it. And if you don't, I'll give you your money back. I don't want it. I want you to be transformed. I want you to experience life at that next level, at that level of passion, of that level of such confidence and achievement. And I know that you can achieve it. So I'm also going to sweeten the deal. For today only, I'm going to offer it to you for $197. And here's the thing, the price is going to go up. This is a launch offer. Take it. Like seriously, it's just going to go up and up. This is going to make a massive difference for you. And so I want to sweeten the deal. Today, get it for $197, but get it quick because the price will go up as soon as possible. Also, I'm going to, as a bonus deal, I'm going to throw in a copy and a digital version of my #1 international best-selling book, Power Persuasion, because it complements, when you're confident, you want to be able to persuade more. And so I'm going to throw in a copy of my #1 international best-selling book, Power Persuasion. All right. So once again, when using this system, you will become more confident, more easily, effortlessly, naturally, on autopilot, and you will reduce the stress, anxiety, and you will achieve more as a result. So what are the next steps? How do you register? Well, what you want to do is, if you're on the sales page, hit the button below this video. Otherwise, go to munir.com, munner.com/confident. So hit the button and then you'll be taken to a page, and what you can do is you can either select to pay one payment or you can split it over 3 months. Choose whichever option is best for you. And then enter your name, your email address, and what will happen is afterwards you will get an email that will be sent to you, just in case. Check your junk mail, sometimes it goes there. But whatever happens, you will get an email with your login details, so your name, your password. You can go in, you'll get immediate access, and so you can start transforming yourself now. So hit the button now and go in and transform your life. So click the button now and experience confidence. And I can't wait to welcome you, to help you transform your life, and I can't wait to welcome you on the other side. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the button now and I'll see you on the other side.